Well, g'day guys, and welcome back to the channel. I thought it'd be an interesting video. A few people have asked me about what was at Tonsley and where things were at the old or former Chrysler Mitsubishi plant in Adelaide, and so I thought, well, it'd be a nice idea to have a look before it gets too much more destroyed. I mean, quite a bit of it has been destroyed, but and the things that where I sort of remember where things were. So what we're looking at down here is one of the first buildings that was put up at Tonsley Park when Chrysler acquired it, and that square roof down there, that was the tool room, where they used to do you know, tooling things with dies and different things for the presses, and you know, make up little bits and pieces. So that was the tool room. And when I was here, part of this end bit here was a store and you know, bits and or parts for the line, and I used to have to come down here sometimes and collect bits for our department as well. And then they've taken half of it away now, but one half of this used to be the truck division, where they used to bring in half assembled trucks and then finish the assembly here. And right down the end was the plating shop, where they used to, well, originally when it was Chrysler's, they used to chrome the bumper bars, and later on when I was here, they were plating metal bits and pieces, you know, with zinc and all sorts of other bits and pieces to protect the metal. So yeah, that's the first bit, or first building that you run into as you come in off the western side. So we'll go around a bit more and have a look around. So on the other side of that building that we've just looked at, where the tool room and that was, is this rather impressive site, which was the main factory itself. Of course, half of it's gone now. The loading dock, part of the loading dock, is still there, where all the bits and pieces used to come in, and engines and things, and then transported to various areas around the line. And of course, this large roof here was the press shop, the big press shop. And yeah, this was the later bit that they built, added on to the existing press shop for the transfer presses that they put in there when they were doing the 380. So yeah, that part of it is still pretty much as was. So we might go for a bit of a wander inside and have a look around. And now I've come to the eastern side of the plant itself, and this bit of building here that you can just see behind the trees is part of all the TAFE college now, but that used to be unboxing and part of hardware and P&A, where they used to make parts and accessories. And just here, this was one of the entrances in here, and that's where you entered into hardware proper. And just to the right of this, where this cage is, that used to be the pickle shop, where they used to wash all the panels that were had oil on them from the press shop. Of course, they used to use drawing oil on the panels to help them form and lubricate them as they went through. And of course, the oil had to be washed off, so there was a couple of large big tanks here with highly corrosive acid, and they used to put them in there for 20 minutes or so, just to draw out all the oil and then transport the parts to the different areas. So as you can see, it's all TAFE now, but that used to be hardware, where they used to make up all the little parts and sub-assembly of bumper bars and rear axles and all of that sort of stuff. And as we walk down, we're heading towards the what was the small press shop, which was right next door to hardware, and then it went to the large press shop. But as you can see, she's pretty empty now, very empty now, apart from all these other buildings that have taken over. But yeah, and of course over this side here we went into what they call bodybuild. So where all the car panels ended up and then being built, and then further down where that building is down further there, that went into the paint shop, and then into body drop, and then the rest of the line. So yeah, as you can see, and I believe it was one of the largest factories under one roof, or car manufacturers under one roof. So yeah, we'll keep going. And just where these doors are, though, where you enter into the TAFE nowadays, there's still a large crane up there. You might be able to just see it there. Window's a bit dirty, but one of the remnants of the large press shop, one of the big cranes that used to do the die changes on the large presses. So from now on, we're in what was the large press shop. So where we are now is where the steel saw used to be, or just down where that door is, where the rolls of steel used to come in, go into the blanking presses, and then go through the rest of the press shop. And so about here was line 1. Where I'm standing now was what they called press shop maintenance, and my father actually worked in one of the little offices here, and he did work on the on maintenance for a while as well. So yeah, this was his bit of a stamping ground here. And of course, when they put in the new transfer presses, they extended the press shop over, and this is where the new line was. And as you can see, there's still a crane drifting up there. Still about as busy as it was around here when I was working here. Got to watch out for vehicles. But yeah, you can see a big Demag 50 ton crane hanging up there. And about where this garden is, this is where the engines were brought in, and what they called the body drop, where the engines and car were put together or fitted together to give them power. So, but of course they've turned it into a bit of a indoor outdoor garden area there. I think can't get to it, but you can just see in the distance there a bit of a cage that goes down to the underground change rooms that were there. And now we're walking down the line proper, or as much proper as I can, because there's all cages and things around. So the car started over in Bodybuild, and they went down and up, down and up, down and up, and then straight out. And looking at all this empty space, you wouldn't believe that, yeah, when I was here there was about 225 to 250 cars a day rolling out of here. Very amazing, very amazing. So now we're just wandering between all these newer buildings that they've got inside the building, and we're about where the trestles were, so where they put all the underbits of the car on. So the car was hoisted up slightly, and yeah, so people could get underneath and put things on the underside of the car, like hose, brake lines and fuel lines and fuel tanks and things like that. And now we're heading down towards what was the main medical centre, and I believe at one stage too was a sub-assembly for the Dodge Phoenixes, I was told by some older people that used to work here too. So yeah, quite a bit of history, but unfortunately it's all gone now. And yeah, a bit of a shame really, to think you know, a place where they used to once made great cars no longer exists, and there's all these little buildings inside, and yeah, we no longer build cars. But there is one remnants that I'll show you down here of what used to be here, Mitsubishi, the Three Diamonds. the only thing left as a reminder of what was once here. So now you find me outside the factory. This is near where the final line was, and where they used to do quality assurance and checks and balances and all of that there. And then the cars were driven out down the end there where that pile of dirt is, because they've taken away all that part of the factory. But there is still one or two things remaining, which are these big pipes there, which used to feed steam and air and distilled water and all of that big gantry there, which all used to come from this building here, which was what they called the Mitsubishi Powerhouse. And there was boilers and big compressors. I think there was 3 or 4 big air compressors in there, supplying air for the presses, for air tools and all sorts of things. And I think they're going to turn it into a brewery, but that building still remains. And as you can see, part of the gantry with the big pipes is still there, as the one that went to the other building that took away, or half took away, is there. As you can see, it's just sort of cut off at the end. And yeah, so this was the most important building in the place, because without all of this, the factory wouldn't run. So this was the Mitsubishi Powerhouse, and it's still got on there SS Alawuna on the door where you went in there. This being the continuation of Alawuna Avenue, and this was the main way you used to walk in if you came in the western gate. And this used to be a proper road where trucks and cars and all that all came into the plant, and then the road divided off left and right up that ramp towards the loading base. So the big trucks and everything used to come in this way, and down where that car's just going around now, and that's where the trucks used to take the cars out of here. And at one time there was even a train line as well. But yeah, we'll have a closer look at SS Alawuna. Still on the door. So I hope you've enjoyed a bit of a look around at the former Mitsubishi plant in Adelaide. And even though I haven't gone into great details, and of course there's a lot of stuff there that you can't go into big details because it's all covered up with other buildings inside. So there we go. Alright, if you like this type of thing, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. And you know, if you like this sort of history type of stuff too, let me know, please. Okay, cheers for now, guys.